James, Jonny, how does it feel to reach this milestone of 100 franchisees?
Brilliant to take the photo this morning to celebrate Football Fun Factory reaching 100 franchisees. We are excited and proud, but it was always part of the plan. So we set a goal 5 years ago, almost to the day.
Yeah.
We sat in a coffee shop in Newmarket, on Newmarket High Street, and we put together a master plan to franchise the Football Fun Factory far and wide and to reach 100 franchisees. That was the initial 5-year plan, and pretty cool that we're here today.
Yeah, I always believed that we could get there.
Yeah.
But when you're actually here in the moment, it's pretty special. I think now to think that there are 100 franchisees, head coaches delivering sessions all over the country is a bit of a pinch me moment to see, and to think about how many children that they're coaching on a weekly basis is just mega, to be honest. And like you said, an incredibly proud moment for the pair of us.
So, James, you mentioned being proud of the team. Who has played a role in this achievement to date?
So many people. First and foremost, all of the franchisees that have come on board with us, and of course, over a 5-year period. Not all of those are still here today, so we're grateful and thankful to every single person that's been a football coach at Football Fun Factory, and that goes right through from the franchisees and head coaches through to their assistant coaches, and even all the sports centre managers that have granted us permission to come in and use their facilities to put on Football Fun Factory sessions. Of course, we've got an amazing head office team, of which you'll remember, and we've got a great team. Our first employee, Ollie, and we've grown a team now of 6-7 of us, and we're recruiting more head office team members to get to continue and look at the next 5-year plan. But there's so many people that have been involved. I'd take it right back to the start though, and I think back to the really early days where there were a small group of people in the local area that really championed us, encouraged us and supported us. I think that there's loads of local people within the Cambridgeshire area in particular that really shouted about Football Fun Factory and helped us spread the message far and wide.
Yeah, I think from my experience, I think first and foremost, the parents of the programmes, when I used to deliver them, did exactly that. They really championed me, the Football Fun Factory brand, and I think that's then being replicated now time and time again for so many different coaches in so many different local communities, which is great, and we're really grateful for all of those parents. I think the other people that have helped us in our journey, of course, the head coaches, of course, the head office team, but there's a lot of people that have given us little words of advice throughout our journey, along our journey, and whether that be a coffee and a conversation at a coffee shop, or whether that be jumping on a Zoom call or giving us more of their time. But we're really grateful and thankful for everyone that has supported us from day one.
So, Jonny, tell us a little bit more about, obviously, when you started the journey 5 years ago, you didn't know much about franchising. So how has that evolved?
Yeah, when I first met James in a coffee shop, he said about franchising being the vehicle to grow the Football Fun Factory. I didn't have a clue really beyond what McDonald's and Starbucks sort of were. So it was obviously a steep learning curve for us. We spent a lot of time on Zoom calls with each other. We spent a lot of time during the lockdowns sort of researching and learning as we went. We also have spent a lot of time sort of tapping into the franchising world. The franchising world in general is fantastic. It's such a supportive sort of connection of people and group of people that really want to help each other. And we've, along our journey, been really fortunate to have been surrounded by so many people that are willing to help us with franchising, because it was completely new to us when we first started.
Yeah, there's a number of people that come to mind who really helped us at the start. And I think our kind of vulnerability to go to people and say, look, guys, here's what we want to do. We want to make football fun for everyone. Here's the vehicle we want to use. That's franchising. Can you help us a little bit? The franchising world is so giving. There's a community of people that have been successful within the franchise world and are on their own journey. And they have given us advice, tips, guidance, and time. And we'll always be thankful to those people.
So you said earlier that the 5-year plan has been delivered. What are the next 5 years now looking like for us here at Football Fun Factory?
I'm really keen to make sure we deliver on the next 5-year plan, because we've absolutely nailed this one. We set a goal of 100 franchises, and almost, like we said, to the day we've reached it. So it's obviously a good goal. Maybe there wasn't too much method in the madness at the time, but we achieved that. And having goals in place is really, really important. There's a load of people that say loads of stuff about international franchising, and they talk about it a lot. And we have got a goal to become the world's leading children's football coaching organisation. So, of course, we want to grow internationally. We want to do that in a really careful and sustainable and measured way by identifying markets where we can grow internationally in a similar way to how we have in the UK. We have 100 franchises, and that's brilliant. We know that there are at least 250 franchise communities, so we know that the number of head coaches can double and almost double again if we keep going, keep identifying the right people. So it's very much a case of doing more of the same. And when we do more of the same overseas, making sure that the ethos and values and standards remain, because there's one thing being on the other side of the world, putting on a football session under the Football Fun Factory brand, but it must be to the same quality, the same standards. And it really excites me to grow internationally, but we're not in a rush to do that at the detriment of the quality of the brand.
Yeah, definitely. I think the next 5 years is sustainable growth, but growth. And that is really important to us, because at the heart of everything that we do, all the work that we do behind the scenes, what it means is more children playing football, falling in love with the game. So, and that is our driver. That is what we're really passionate about. And also providing opportunities for coaches to work full-time in football through our franchise opportunities. So we've got some pretty mega goals for the next 5 years, and I'm pretty sure that we can achieve them. But they all involve growth, moving the organisation forward, impacting more lives, both children and coaches, through what we offer here at the Football Fun Factory. And yeah, can't wait to see sort of the next 5 years unfold.
Thanks for your time. I'm sure that lots of people have enjoyed listening to you talk about this achievement of 100 franchisees. Are there any final words that you want to share?
Yeah, probably just thanks. I think a big thank you from me and the pair of us and the whole head office team, really, to the network of franchisees and head coaches, the 100 head coaches that are now currently with us, delivering sessions on a weekly basis, making a huge impact in their local community. Thank you for what they do on a daily basis. Also, thank you for showing trust and faith in us and the brand and the Football Fun Factory. We really appreciate that, and we're really determined to repay that sort of trust that they put in us, and help them drive their business forward to continue to make a huge impact in their local community, but also make a huge success of their business.
My thank you would be to everyone that supported us right through, from local parents when we first got established, to our first few franchisees that came on board that showed that trust and faith, maybe without the blueprint or history of success that others may be able to benefit from now. Everyone that's given us support and given us time, like I referenced earlier on. And I think my final message would be, you ain't seen nothing yet. The Football Fun Factory is a growing brand. What we've achieved, 100 franchises in 5 years, is pretty epic. That's been achieved by blood, sweat and tears, passion, enthusiasm, and a huge ethos for making football fun. But in comparison to where we'll be in 5 years' time, you ain't seen nothing yet.